I like really, I didn't start like dating until like college, post college. I was very self conscious. And I think if I remember, I think I mentioned it in my blog. I can't remember,
Yep.
but my brother in law actually was one of the first people to call me out. I was a sophomore in college. And this actually, he's the one that really started like me to becoming more confident and like, what led me to boxing eventually down the road, like all that stuff. But we're at the beach and he was just like, call me out. And he's like, Amy, what's up with you and like, your lack of confidence? He's like, you don't look boys in the eye. You like look in the grounds. Like you don't wear shorts. Like you cover your leg. I had a cosmetic cover over my leg up until that point. Like all this stuff. And he was just like, what's up? Like, why is this? And I was like, "Oh," I started going down the, like, self-pity route, and also being from a small town, I was like, "These boys don't wanna grow with one leg," and, like, all this stuff, and just gave all the reasons, "Why would I wear shorts? Doesn't look good, whatever." And he, like, immediately pushed back, and there was, like, no, "Oh, I get it." He was like, "No, that's bullshit."
Mhm.
He was like, "First of all, the boys that would say no because of that, they're a way smaller percentage than you think, and, like, they're not worth your time anyway." So, he was like, "2, like, it is, like, like, your aura first. If you think that they're being weird, it's because you're being weird." He's like, if you don't make the leg a thing, it's not a thing. Just be confident and be you." He's like, "Wear shorts." It's way more attractive when a girl just owns who she is than, like, walking around tiptoeing, waiting for this, like, white knight on a horse, which, like, sounds great in a Hollywood movie, but actually is, like, not what we want in
Mhm.
reality. Like, you wanna be able to be a capable human being all on your own, let's be real. So,
Yeah.
a relationship should enhance that, in my opinion, and in my opinion, not complete you. And so, he was just like, "Yeah, this is you, like, you're being weird." And so, he gave me, like, a game. He was like, "You're gonna wear shorts in public. You're gonna ask a guy out yourself." Like, you and would give me small things to do that was, like, to go up the confidence scale. And I didn't always succeed in them, but it was such a lesson for me of, oh, because then later it still took me a couple of years to get really comfortable with it, but when I started dating more later, I was like, "Oh, this really is me." We don't even really talk about my leg unless it's a thing, unless the specific conversation comes up, but it's literally just how I present it. So,
Mhm.
and I don't, like you said, John, before, it's not even, you don't have to be adaptive to have those things because everyone has insecurities and
Yeah.
those are real. I don't want to take away from that, but that's just like how you present yourself. I think we always make jokes about average guys getting hot girls, and yeah, maybe like they're asking them out. And I've met guys before that I'm like, I am not attracted to you in the slightest, like physically, but I would totally go out with you and could see myself becoming attracted to you because of the way you present yourself.
Mhm.
And I think that's real.
See,
So,
that's my wheelhouse because 'cause I'm funny.
so
Yeah. They're like,
I
"I don't."
a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "I'm not attracted to you, but you make me laugh, so let's do it. Let's go out." And perfect. That's exactly
Yes.
what I want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that from your brother-in-law came from, like, a real life man too, because that I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of advice is, like, the kind of advice that your best friends would give you or your girlfriends would give you. It'd be like, "Just be you, Amy. Like, you're
Mhm.
amazing, Amy." And you're kinda just, "Yeah, I hear you, but it's hard to internalize." So that's it's just cool. He was like, "I'm a guy. Imma tell you right now. I don't give a shit about your leg. Nobody
Yeah.
does."
Yes. That was it for me because of course my family always told me that growing
Of
up.
course.
Like parents, like mom, everything. But I just never believed it. It was the first time that like a male not in my bloodline was
Mhm.
like, "What's the problem? Like, just date." And he actually told me, I'll never forget, he used the an ugly duckling analogy. It's like you're like this beautiful swan, but you've been living your life like you're an ugly duckling. And it's time to put away the ugly duckling and it's time to start living like you're the swan.
Aw.
And it was just this like moment. I was like emotional. I was like, "Oh, is this real? Is this me?" Because it made me not a victim. It like put the responsibility on me, which like sucked, but also was like, "Oh, if it's not on anyone else, then I can change it."
That's
And
right.
so, yeah,
Are you finding more confident since you've been doing CrossFit?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think obviously physical fitness can help that. I don't know why people want to shy away from that. Of course, people like to be fit and to feel confident in that way. But I think for that is a thing, but also like CrossFit is just hard in general, like no matter what you look like.
Right.
I think like it's also vulnerable. I didn't used to take my leg off ever. And now I like take it off in public conversations. Like it's without a second thought. And I think that repetition of what used to be the most terrifying thing for me isn't a second thought to me anymore. Which at that point, again, with dating, it's take it or leave it. This is me. Um,
Mhm.
so I think that's definitely helped a lot. Yeah.
I think if you can date other CrossFitters, it's easier. Not because you're both fit, but because they've seen you at your absolute grossest. Like I
Mm.
often think it's okay. They've seen me blowing my nose in the middle of a workout on the floor, just like free blowing. It's
Oh, like skyrocketing.
yeah. Or
Oh.
they've seen you wipe your face on your shirt and you're just gross. And
Yeah.
when they've seen you at your absolute nastiness, you're like, all
Mm.
right, they could probably deal with me.
Yeah.
Matt will wring out his shirt at the end of a workout, and when I tell you it looks like you turned the shower faucet on, I am not exaggerating. I wish that I was. And I'm still like, "I love this man."
Yeah.
You're like, I think I love this
I
man.
love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he'll leave them in the back of my car and forget them.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gnarly, and then they grow things.
yeah. That's
Mm,
That's the
that's
way it
love.
works. That is love. That's true
Mm,
love.